Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word. This is Daniel 11, verse 27. And both of these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper. For yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits and return to his own land. At the time appointed he shall return and come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former or the latter. For the ships of Chittim shall come against him, therefore he shall be grieved, and return, and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return, and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice. And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword, by flame and by captivity, and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be hoping with a little help. But many shall cleave to them with flatteries, and some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself, and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God. For he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall be honor, the God of forces, and a God of whom his fathers knew not. Shall he honor with gold, and silver, and with precious stones, and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge, and increase with glory. And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for gain. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen, and with many ships. And he shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom, and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon. And he shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasuries of gold and silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. But tidings out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy, utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Now this is Daniel chapter 12. And at that time shall Michael stand up, and the great prince which standeth for the people of the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there a nation, even to that same thing. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book of life. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, and some to the everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up thy words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood another two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that shall be for a time, times and a half. And when he had accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed and sealed till the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand. And from that time the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that makes desolate set up. There shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth, and cometh to the 2,305 and 35 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and stand and not in thy lot at the end of days. Now that's the book of Daniel's. Now we're going to go into the minor prophets. Now, the abomination of desolation, that time is reduced according to Revelation 9. Jesus reduces the time from the 7-year tribulation to the time plus times plus a half time. That's 3.5 years, 42 full moons. All God's prophecies involving Satan are of the moon. So you got 5 full moons, 29.51 days, full moon to full moon. Time 5, that's 147.65 days of Antichrist, 666. And Revelation 12, verse 6 through 10, talks about Michael has got Satan held in heaven. And then only when God says it's time, Jesus gives us the season, but God knows the time, and he's the only one that knows the time. And when God says it's time to cast Satan out of heaven, then Michael's going to cast Satan out of heaven, and he'll have the false prophet, the Antichrist, 7,000 fallen angels, and 10 kings coming with him out of heaven. And he's coming to Jerusalem riding a white horse. And he's coming to the Dome of the Rock. He's going to land at the Mount of Olives and ride that white horse down to the Dome of the Rock, the synagogue of Satan, right there where Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac. But God supplied the ram in the thicket instead. That great rock is inside of the Dome of the Rock. It's a Muslim temple. Now it is. So that's where Satan's going to be hanging out. And it's going to last for 5 full moons, according to Revelation 9. The time is